So many of us are spending so much more time behind a computer, and that includes kids who are virtual learning. We welcome Deborah Porter of Moms Mentoring Circle to Virginia this morning to talk about it. Good morning, Deborah.
Good morning. How are you today?
Doing great today. So, we're talking about virtual learning fatigue, and you have some great tips for families who might be going through this right now.
Yeah, it's the new world that we live in. And the thing about it, though, for children, they're not meant to sit in front of a computer for 6 or 7 hours a day. Just their normal routine at school allows for movement, whether it's from class to class, going to the locker to get their belongings, going to the restroom, recess. And so we've got to figure out how to build that back into their day. And it's going to be challenging, but I think we can do it.
Absolutely. Another one of your tips is to use a timer. That is a great one. We all have one right here on our phone. How can we use a timer to sort of get through this virtual learning fatigue?
Timers are great. In addition to the movement, whether it's stretching or, just taking a few minutes to do a few jumping jacks or even running around the backyard for movement, what the timer does, it gives kids the knowing that there's an end to this, right? Every subject is not a favorite subject. So for those subjects that they're working on that maybe it's not their particular favorite or it's not the one they want to do right now, setting a timer and letting them know, look, when this buzzes, you're done. You're done with that subject. You don't have to think about it anymore today. It just helps to bring an end to maybe something that's not such a pleasant task.
That's such a good one. Just set the timer and say, if you can handle it for X amount of minutes, we can just kind of get it over with and move on to the next one. That's a great one.
Exactly.
So another one that I love to implement in my work life, but this would be great for learning fatigue as well, is a checklist.
Yeah, I am a systems girl. So I have a list for any and everything that I'm doing. For me, it helps to make sure I don't forget what's going on. But the other thing it does, it really is a sense of accomplishment for kids to be able to just kind of cross that thing off, whether it's a homework assignment, whether it's study time, but it's great to have this list to know that I'm going through my day, I'm being productive, and there are things that I've already got behind me as I'm looking forward to the rest of the day.
Do you recommend the parent sitting down with the kid and making that checklist, or could the kids make it on their own?
That's challenging too, as we're in this moment, because normally you're on the other side of town at work, they're in a school building, we don't know what each other's got going. So I really like to encourage parents to give as much of this to your child to do for themselves. And then if they need some support with you, let them ask you. But really let them do as much of this as they can on their own, because in the normal world, they would be doing these things. They would have challenges and things come up during their day. We just wouldn't be two doors away to hear what's going on.
Absolutely. And something else that you have here, I absolutely love this because I think a lot of us can relate thinking back on our school days of just the excitement built around a field trip. You knew it was coming up. You knew that this was on the horizon. It was something to look forward to. You mentioned maybe a virtual field trip.
Virtual field trips are so fun. I've done a couple with some friends' kids and niece or nephew. But here's the thing, we can go anywhere now, right? The field trip generally was in our, particular geographical area. Why not go to the Louvre in Paris? Why not go to a Smithsonian? Why not go to an aquarium? This is such a great way to allow the kids to still have some fun and experience something a little bit different. And if your teacher or your child's teacher or their school is not planning those, send a quick email and see if it's something the teacher has thought about. And here's something else I'm suggesting to parents. If you need to tap out one day, just set one up for your family. Let the teacher know that you'll even let your child maybe do a short report or presentation to the class about what they, where they went and what they saw and what they learned. But field trips were like the hallmark. It was like the thing we all lived for.
Absolutely. And you know what? You can still do it when you're virtually learning. That is a great idea. And I think one that maybe not a lot of families have thought of, something that they can sort of put on their checklist to do here coming up. I love it. Well, thank you so much, Deborah. We will be sure to include all of these tips on our website and a link to Deborah's website for Moms Mentoring Circle. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks. It's always great. Have a great day.